Good evening and welcome to Gastronomy Bantu TV. My name is Yengangoy. I am your English presenter and welcome to your preferred program. Our preferred program, Health to Food and Beverage, to destroy all the diseases declared incurable like diabetes, HIV, cancer, hypertension, hepatitis and so forth. You know, we have been told that it was incurable, and today in the today program you will discover that health to food and beverage we can discover as HIV. We can destroy HIV only through the food and beverage we drink. So today Professor Lendo will be our guest as usual. We're gonna debate one question concerning HIV, hepatitis, cancer, and so forth. You know, there are not incurable diseases because God cured the food and beverage we consume. And every healthy nutriment is an organic medicine. Through food and beverage we can destroy all the diseases which have been said to be incurable, like HIV can be destroyed through food, through the food and beverage we take. Cancer can be destroyed through the food and beverage we take. Because, you know, looking to the past, looking to the past, our ancestors had no pastry, for example, but what they were eating, for example. So it means that in everything they have been eating, there were many good nutrients. So many diseases which have been destroyed, those diseases only through food and beverage we take. So Professor Crisol is the one who is going to give you more information concerning the diseases which have been declared incurable. And remember that pastry, for example, you should pay attention about the food and the beverage you take. For example, pastry, you know, pastry, for example, product are the main product that causes, that develop diabetes, the type 2 diabetes, for example. So you should pay attention concerning, for example, the pastry product. Who told you that in the morning you have to take, for example, you are not in the morning you are not obliged to take, for example, cassava. In the morning you are not obliged to take, for example, bread. In the morning you are not obliged to take milk. Who told you so? Who told you that in the morning you have to take, for example, rice? You are not obliged to take rice in the morning. So you should pay attention because every healthy nutriment is an organic medicine. So eating, drinking, you should pay attention. Lemon, for example, only can cure cancer. For example, lemon. Wine and also cancer. You should get information about this. You should pay attention concerning all the food and about what you drink and you eat. Eating and drinking are very important for our health. So I would like you to share this video because in this video you will save thousands of lives. It will be important for you. Keep in touch because Professor Christian London will be our guest as usual. Okay, he will be the one who is going to give you more details concerning HIV, cancer, hepatitis. So keep in touch because it will be just in a few minutes. So you should pay attention about what you have to eat and to drink. So keep in touch because Professor Christian London will be here just in a few minutes. Keep in touch. He will be here. So pay attention. You have to share this video because by sharing this video, you will share student life again and again. Keep in touch. And PROF is all easier. He will be the one who will going to give you more information concerning HIV and diabetes, cancer, and hepatitis. So he's here. We're gonna spend this moment, and I wish you, not forgetting to wish you a happy New Year, and then yes, not forgetting to wish you a happy New Year, and my best regret to you and all your family. So happy New Year to you. My best regret to you and all your family. Okay, so keep in touch. Okay, thank you for watching. And remember that the type 2 diabetes, for example, is developed by not eating well, for example. So eating is very important for our health. We should pay attention concerning what we have to eat. For example, in the morning, at midday, and for dinner. It will be very important for our health. So, Professor Christolendo is here. Hello, Professor.
Hi, my brother, and thank you very much for once again having received me in your broadcast. And I'm always very glad to come and have this topic, share this topic with you, because as it says, we can destroy all form of so-called incurable diseases such as the HIV/AIDS, cancer, diabetes, asthma, hepatitis, so forth.
Yes. We have no more time, and my first question would be, many of your patients all over the world ask questions on taking ARV. Without taking them, they ask questions, without taking them, can I live without danger?
Well, firstly, you need to know one thing, that the HIV/AIDS does not exist. What is the HIV/AIDS? The HIV/AIDS are those hospital drugs that you take. Once when you start to take them, that's when the problem starts. You know, I don't know if you still remember, I told you in the past that I've lived in South Africa for 13 years. Today, there are even some people that work for the Secret Service of South Africa, who actually openly declared today that how that it was purposely done for them to infect the South African people, mostly those who are originated from Africa, in order to reduce their population. Now, as I always said, HIV/AIDS is a genocide. The HIV/AIDS does not exist. What is, because African people are not sick, but what is the African people's disease? Because they've got unbalanced diet. That's why they've got many lack of vitamins, which today has made this lobbies, chemist lobbies, to declare them to be HIV, but the HIV does not exist. That's what's very important. When they tell you that you got HIV, you don't have to shake yourself. You don't have to scare yourself. But what you need to do is to take your glass of wine, as I always encourage people, in order to cool down your emotions. And after taking a glass of wine, what you need to do, you need to go and see a true nutritionist who has to give you a good advice on what you need to eat. And besides that, you need to redo your test even 3 times. That's how you can actually get away from this trap that they've set you.
Now,
as
without
I have forgotten you. I'm just going step by step. Now, you don't need to take the ARV, because what is the HIV? The HIV, as I first said, is the antiretroviral drugs that present. Once when you start to take it, that's where start the problems. Because the HIV does not exist. That's why you realize one thing, that when you go to the hospital, they force you to take the ARV drugs, but unfortunately they will not encourage you to go to see the nutritionist on the type of food that you need to eat in the morning for your breakfast, in the afternoon for your lunch, and at night for your dinner, because they know that the more you will have a well-balanced diet, automatically the HIV/AIDS will disappear. You know, last month, I've got a patient in Germany. Now, this patient is in couple with his wife. His wife completely refused to take the ARV drugs. But himself, since he's a doctor, he's a German guy, he's originally from German. Now, himself, he's been taking drugs, ARV drugs, for over 9 years. When he met me, he was even cooked by these people, Stiaka Fofana, who was my former representative in the Western African countries. He was even robbed by Stiaka Fofana. But since he still had faith that he could meet me, he went on YouTube and he searched for my number. And once when he got in touch with me, the first thing that I told him is to stop the HIV drugs. And he bought my diet, because I've actually made up a diet which is on sale online. It's very important that people need to know it. Now, after he bought this menu, which is on sale online, and besides this menu, I've got some other advices which I give, besides, because this coach think that by trafficking this, they'll have all. No. I've got other measures that I've taken in order to follow up my patients around the world.
I see.
Now, he bought this menu online and he applied it with his wife. After about 3 months, he went to redo the test. The HIV/AIDS disappeared. If you doubtful, just write me on WhatsApp and you will see his testimony. Today, I've got a patient. She's originated from Ivory Coast. She stays in Morocco. I didn't know about it. Remember when it came this morning? I don't know if you were here. She actually did the video call with me. This lady told me that she's been following me for almost 1.5 years. She took my advice, which I gave online through a broadcast that we did. I think that was in last year. No, before last year, and she applied for 1.5 years without taking ARV. And she realized that she became more healthy. Now she decided that she needs to take my diet, not my diet, my product, Kimana Mpaka HIV/AIDS, because she been under ARV. She followed my advice. She applied it. Now she actually found herself to be more healthier than when she was taking the IV drugs. That poison, that drug, which kills you step by step, because the HIV/AIDS does not exist.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for this information. Okay, the second question would be, when taking Kimana Mpaka HIV, and after the healing, okay, can it be possible to faint again?
Yeah, of course. The first medicine that God gave to humanity is our food. When I speak about the food, I'm not talking about organic food. I'm talking about natural food, because when I speak about organic food, it's just a rumor. Because when I speak about organic food, it actually means they use chemical in order to grow up other vegetables. But when we speak about natural food, we refer to natural measures to grow up vegetables. That's it.
So it means that you have to continue with your diet plan.
Of course, that diet is not only for people who are sick, but for everybody, because there are specific food that we need to eat in the morning for breakfast, in the afternoon for lunch, and in the evening for your dinner, in order to boost up your immune system. And remember also, the more we grow older, the more our body cells tend. You can food and beverage that we eat. There will never be any incurable disease. God cure all the disease through the food and beverage that you consume. It's important that you know it.
Okay, and what is the main risk of seropositive who take alcohol?
Well, there's no risk.
Oh.
Specifically, when you take a good wine, you know, people don't know how to eat on the table. You can't just take wine or alcohol without having something to eat on the side. Because when you take alcohol, automatically your lungs get exposed to all the, for instance, to cancer, because the lung, the particular organ in our body which got one purpose to filtrate our blood, and automatically when your lungs are infected, your kidney also will be infected. People don't have this information, that's why they tend to over-consume alcohol. That's what also should go far away to say, my people die for lack of knowledge. So,
okay. Okay. What is the negative effect on pregnant women and babies?
Firstly, Kimana Mpaka is a natural product. For pregnant women, they have to reduce the dosage of the consumption of the Kimana Mpaka product. Firstly, to know that the Kimana Mpaka is a very powerful product, very rich in antioxidants. Now, this antioxidant got the purpose to clean up your blood that have been infected with the ARV poison, that what is called the HIV. And secondly, it's very rich also in antiviral, in order to stop the evolution of the ARV poison, which is in the other term called the HIV, and it's also very rich in fibers, in order to boost up your body cells that have been weakened by this poison called ARV. Now, this product got more than 250 different ingredients coming around the world. It doesn't have anything to do with someone who go to the bush, who takes the 5 plants, you boil it and then give to people. Now, Kimana Mpaka makes the solution. Kimana Mpaka is a term that is used in the Congo Kingdom with one purpose: to give the answer when there is a debate. It comes and then he gives the answer. He gives the solutions. In other words, the solutions.
The people call Kimana Mpaka a tisane. Is that true?
It's not a tisane. I'm a gastronomic, so they can't call it a tisane. It's more than a tisane. It's more than other medicines that these chemists are making, because this one product got it can cure over 1,000 different diseases, because they can declare to be HIV, yet you got cancer, or you got eyes problems, you can have kidney problems, it can be diabetes, it can be hepatitis, it can be also asthma, but by just taking this product, it actually swapped away all the diseases. That the Kimana Mpaka trees power to destroy all the disease.
Now, Professor, people have been healed from HIV in every part of the world. We have testimony only with Kimana Mpaka product and your diet plan. And we thank God, because God is the one who gave you the knowledge. Now, can we say that the battle with HIV has been overcome?
Of course, the battle with HIV/AIDS has been overcome. Why? Because the HIV does not exist. The HIV is actually a genocide that has been organized against the African people in order to reduce the African people That's why you people, that's why you government, you ministers of health in your countries in Africa, you need to invite me in order to educate how people, how to eat in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, in order to boost up the African people's human system. Because Africans don't know what to eat in the morning. You find that an African man will actually they overlap food that they ate in the evening, which you don't need in the morning. There's specific food that we need to eat in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, in order to boost up your human system. If you don't do it, that's how you can actually tend to have the lack of vitamins, which can actually be turned into HIV. Yet you don't have HIV. You just go to the lack of vitamin, which you have to be, which you have to boost up, and then you actually become healthy.
And just what your last message to our viewers.
Well, my last message to our viewer is this: you need to grow up more crops beyond your backyard, because, and you need also to stop to eat more food that comes from overseas, because this food actually is present with one purpose: to reduce not only our population. By giving those foods to your children, the brain will have less capacity to study, and even yourself also will find that your capacity in order to become more intelligent will actually reduce. And lastly, I would like also to wish a happy new year to all African people who are watching us, to all European people who support us in the entire world. And by this wishing also, I actually want you to heal yourself through the food and beverage that you eat, because God chose us through the food and the beverage that you eat, because every food that is natural is actually a medicine for our body.
Okay. Thank you for coming, doctor. Thank you for coming. Well, this is the end of this program. Thank you for watching, and join us next time. Restez branchés parce que tout de suite vous aurez votre programme en français. À très bientôt.